Ty West's 2022 slasher film X tells the story of Maxine, an insecure coke-sniffing porn star who dreams of making it big. The story's set in 1979 and follows Maxine and her porn-making crew, just trying to survive the gruesome attacks from their elderly porn site hosts, all while attempting to make the best at-home porno anybody's ever seen. Through X's meta storytelling, this horror film challenges the negative stereotypes surrounding sex. We can see this through its collaborative body genres, the multi-dimensional characters, and the unfulfilled final girl trope. Linda Williams, an esteemed film scholar, coined the term body genres. The body genre consists of three genres: horror, melodrama, or also known as the weepy, and pornography. Each of these genres elicit a physical response and are often viewed negatively by the public eye. The director Ty West combines the two genres, horror and porn, to create a film that celebrates sexuality rather than shames it. The movie takes inspiration from horror classics, such as Texas Chainsaw Massacre, with its setting and certain plot points, but what makes them different is their display of sexuality. In an interview with Rue Morgue, West even addresses their similarities, stating, "Your expectations of X, because of Texas Chainsaw, may be one thing, and then what I deliver is something else. My movies subvert expectations." And that he does. In the sequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a character by the name of Sketch pursues Leatherface sexually to save herself from a chainsaw death. Though she becomes a final girl, it can be noted that after she escapes Leatherface, she is then tortured by his family for her promiscuity. Whereas in X, the porn stars are more so targeted by Pearl for their sexual freedom. One of Maxine's friends, Bobby Lynn, even says,
"The fact of the truth of the matter is, we turn folks on. And that scares them."
So, through the use of porn and horror, X aims to challenge the negative feelings towards sex through its embracing of sexuality. This can also be seen through its humanization of characters. The slasher subgenre of horror unfortunately contains two major stereotypes. Sexually active people die quickly while the virgin prevails, and black characters die first. What's often not mentioned about the slasher stereotype is how one-dimensional its characters often are. They're often given a typecast such as jock, whore, or virgin, and we as the viewer don't really care whether they live or die. X challenges all of these stereotypes through its multidimensional depictions of all of its characters, such as Bobby Lynn, Jackson, and Maxine, but most notably through our villain, Pearl. Pearl, played by the same actress as Maxine, is a sexually frustrated older lady who kills because of her pent-up anger. Many times throughout the film, we see Pearl try to pursue her husband, Howard. She even tries to do her makeup like Maxine to woo her man back, but he continuously rejects her due to his heart condition. Stereotypically, our villains want to kill off characters due to their promiscuousness, but Pearl reveres those stereotypes. Though she hides behind a religious facade, she kills because of her jealousy towards women like Bobby Lynn and Maxine. She just wishes she could have her sexual needs fulfilled as easily as Maxine or Bobby Lynn can. We can also see characters break these slasher stereotypes, like Bobby Lynn. At first she comes off as this blonde bimbo stereotype, but we come to learn she's a starving actress who once wished to be a nurse instead. We can even see it in characters like Jackson, who we learn is an ex-Marine who tags along mainly because he's in love with his on and off girlfriend Bobby Lynn. And most notably, there's absolutely no mention of his race, as he is our only black character and doesn't die first. So, through all of these characters, we can immediately see how X challenges the classic thrasher stereotypes. But if we're going to talk about stereotypes, we can't forget our final girl, Maxine. A quote-unquote final girl is a stereotype often used in slasher films. Alexander Alvarado Martinez describes a final girl as typically a virgin who does not want to smoke or drink. The girls who decide to smoke, drink, and have sex usually end up slaughtered by the killer. X's final girl, on the other hand, Maxine, breaks all of these stereotypes. Funny enough, the first to die is RJ, the labeled prude cinematographer. He dies because he wants to leave his girlfriend for wanting to be a part of the porno, and ends up getting killed for denying Pearl's sexual advances. A pretty ironic death, all things considered. It's once we near the end of the film that Maxine is revealed to be a preacher's daughter who left the church to be a porn actress. This detail contrasts the cliché norm in horror films that the virgin stereotypically is the one to survive. Maxine being our final girl ultimately challenges the sex-negative stereotypes of the slasher genre and of horror movies in general. All to say, Ty West's X flips the slasher genre on its head. It provides a refreshing take on the classic 70s horror film by painting sex workers in a more positive light. X challenges the negative stereotypes of sex by creating a horror film that embraces and celebrates the beauty of pornography, while also completely reversing the stereotypes of the genre. Overall, this film mashes horror and porn to create a fun, sexy, gory movie that I incline all horror lovers to watch.